think I'm gonna end up needing a pillow because I'm so incredibly short. Okay, it's all good, it's all good. 1 second. I'm back. Just had to get a glass of water because long time no chat and my voice is not going to be used to this. I can't. I don't know what's happening to me, you guys. I've literally started this intro 5 times and I still cannot get it. Hi everyone, my name's Paige and today I am going to be filming kind of a motivational chit chat for you. A few events have happened in my writing in the past few months that I feel like I've really tried to apply these 2 quotes to that I'm going to be discussing. The first one is, there is no failure, only feedback, and be stronger than your strongest excuse. And I think these are 2 really great quotes that really, in applying them to my writing, I felt like I've gotten so much more out of my writing in the past months, and I just wanted to share with you a few examples and a few events of things that have happened. Okay, so the first event is my cross-country schooling that I did in January. So that was in my Jan eventing camp video, which it went up a while ago, but there is a cross-country segment in there, so I'll leave the link to it in the description box and you can go and watch it after this video. I've done cross-country schooling 4 times now, like a whole cross-country day, and I know that I can do better than when I go out there. I always come back saying, I should have done that, I should have done that, I could have done better than that. So when I went in January, I made a promise to myself. I was going to jump absolutely everything that there was an opportunity to jump. So if my instructor said, do you want to go jump that? Yep, up for it, let's go. If she said, do you guys want to stop and jump here? Yep, let's stop and jump. And I would jump everything that she asked me to. Overall, I got so much out of that day. We ended up jumping 1 meter cross country, which was, for me, for others it might not be, but for me that was a very big milestone. And he was just absolutely fabulous, and I was so happy with him. And I feel like it was because I took a grip of how the day was going to run. No, I'm not saying you can predict everything, but I said, you know what, today is going to be a good day. Today I am going to try out everything. I don't care if I fail, there is only going to be feedback. And I was just so into it, and I wanted to jump everything. And in the end, I learned so much. I had such a fun day, and Winston just enjoyed himself, because as soon as you put yourself in that position when you're riding where you're enjoying it so much and you want to keep doing it, your horse is going to have the desire to do it for you, I feel like. Like, if you're not committed and you don't want to do it, then why should your horse have to be committed and want to do it? So I feel like first in those situations, it's about establishing the mindset as a rider, and then expecting your horse to establish their mindset. The second event was dressage night, so I also posted a video on that. Overall, I am not going to say it was a fail, because there is no failure, only feedback. Let's just say it was a very full of feedback night. Dressage is not my strong suit. I very much consider myself a jumper, love cross country. I am not a dressage person. And I actually have like this book here, which I just kind of keep everything horse related important. And I actually just wanted to read a few comments to you guys, because I didn't really want to discuss a lot of the fails. I didn't want to put a lot of the fails in the dressage night video because I knew I was going to do this video. So I'll put up a few clips on the screen when I talk about them of some of the bad things that happened that night. But overall, the judge was amazing. She gave us loads of feedback. So we did the prelim 1 and the novice 2 1. For the prelim, basically she said these were all her negative comments. I'm not going to honestly, like, the best comments were like, oh, it's relaxed, good circle shape, for the free walk, we got a great score for the free walk. It was very relaxed and active, she said. He stretched out a lot. So there was a lot of, the good stuff was kind of all the same. The negative stuff was a bit more varied. So some of the things she said we need to improve on was we had a very hurried rhythm and tempo. She said we were falling in. She said, Winston, actually, I didn't put this in the video, but I'll put the clip up here on the screen. But when we had to circle left at A, day and we had to come back to, we had to shorten our reins. Winston actually left the arena, so she wrote Elvis has left the building. So yeah, that's something not so great that happened. But again, you know what, I got feedback because I knew that in the future, if I was to be in that same situation, doing that same movement, I needed to keep him bending and keep my outside leg on so he didn't shift out of the arena. But yeah, so you saw the clip there. Rushing was a lot of the stuff. For the center line, for the prelim one, it was very overshot, so the center line wasn't very, I didn't turn early enough, so we had a very overshot center line. For the EXXB, I didn't put that in there, but as you can see here, it was horrible. I didn't plan it well enough, and there was no bending or flexing, and it was very unbalanced. And even when I was there riding, I was like, oh crap, that was so bad, but I just had to like scrap it and just think about the next movement. Also as well, a few more, again, we had those hurried transitions and that hurried tempo. For the all the lengthening movements, there was no lengthening, she said. She said there was a good attempt, but there wasn't much lengthening at all. He was pretty on the forehand, and again, a very overshot center line that was not corrected. And also, there was one other thing that happened here, but I can't remember. KXM change rate. Yeah, KXM, we didn't come through it in canter and then trot at X. So you had to come KXM in canter, but then trot at the X as you change rein. We didn't trot at the X, we trotted through the whole thing. So we didn't get a very great score, but I just wanted to talk a bit about that with you because how much comments, like I'm not sure if you can see, but how many comments she wrote, I felt like I got so much feedback, which in the end, that was why I was happy I did it. And we ended up coming 3rd out of 3 people for novice. So yeah, we can either, let's just ignore that. That was not really a placing, but you know what? It's there as a memoir on my wall now, and that's cool. As you guys all know, I absolutely love jumping. Absolutely love all that. It's when I jump, most of the time, pretty like 99.99% of the time, I always feel sure of myself. I'm very confident. It's just where I feel most centered and determined in jumping. We did the jump night, and I was quite nervous to do it because I had heard from the other girl who leases Winston that he's either super fast or he does not want to move. He was very fast. You can't really see it in the video, but I certainly felt it. And but yeah, we made, in our first round, we made a clear round except for one. Well, we didn't make a clear round. Our second jump, we knocked off a pole, but apart from that, he was brilliant the whole way around, which you would have seen from last week's video. Then the second, in the 70 centimeter round, they actually put the dazzle board thingamajigs under the jump instead of next to the jump, and me and Winston only realised like a stride in, and even I was like, oh crap, oh god, it's there. And then he was like, no, not doing this, mum's out, I gotta stop. So we had a refusal, and then the next time coming around, I did not have enough oomph with my legs, and he stopped again. And then Sean Dillon, an instructor who's come to Eastside, and he's a very good show jumper, I've heard, and he was giving all the riders who were having any trouble in the night, he was giving them tips. And he said to me, he goes, Paige, go out, have a super strong canter, and come in with a nice feel of the reins, and blah blah, push him up to it. And it was honestly so helpful, and I would not have gone up to it with that much oomph unless he would have told me. So I went over it, and that was that. But apart from that, it was a brilliant night. And but in the 60, we got second place out of like 20 people, which I was really happy with. So basically, after a very long video, which I attempted to keep short and sweet, but didn't really happen. We all know when Paige starts talking, it doesn't really kind of stay sweet and short. But I just wanted to say, if you are having any kind of holdbacks at the moment in your riding, and you're kind of like, oh, I want to, but I'm scared I'm gonna fail, or you're saying, oh, I don't really want to do it, it's not really my thing, but you want to do it, you're just saying that so you convince yourself you don't want to do it, please just apply those 2 quotes. What are they again? There is no failure, only feedback, and be stronger than your strongest excuse. Because I just think they have completely made my last 3 months of riding so much richer and fuller, and I really want it to do the same for you guys. So please go out with that mindset, and let me know in the comments what you guys achieve over the next week. And yeah, I will see you all next week. Bye!